Hi everybody, I'm Jane Singh. I'm the Tourism and Marketing Manager for Visit Portsmouth, and part of our work is to promote our amazing venues in the city, our VIPs as we like to call them, and all the details for our venues are on our Visit Portsmouth website, and you'll find that information at the end of this presentation. So I thought I'd start with telling you a little bit about where we are. So you can see a map on the screen. We are the bottom marker there, right in the middle of England's south coast, and the other marker shows you where London is compared to us. We are about from 92 minutes by rail from London, same kind of time by car, and we're 60 miles from both Gatwick and Heathrow airports, so really accessible. Southampton Airport is our regional airport. That's about a 20-minute drive away. We're an international gateway as well, so we have our international port, and along with a growing cruise offer, we've got ferry services to 4 ports in northern France, 2 ports in northern Spain, and the Channel Islands. We're the UK's only island city, but don't worry, there's a road and rail right into the city. You don't have to cross the water on a boat. But we are also the gateway to the Isle of Wight with a passenger hovercraft, a passenger catamaran, and an Isle of Wight car ferry, and passenger ferries across to either side, one to Gosport and one to Hayling Island. So once you're in the city, it's really easy to get around to the areas nearby. And as you can see, we're very accessible. I thought I'd start with one of our major venues. So this is Portsmouth Guildhall. It's right in the centre of the city. It's an iconic building. It's a concert hall, but also it has a wide range of conferences, meetings and events. Its main auditorium can seat up to 2,000, and it's got lots of different breakout rooms of different sizes, and they're really good at helping. They've got quality catering. They've got a really good technical team as well, so they can help with all your requirements for your events. They also work really closely with our university. So you've got a university campus, again, right in the centre of the city. And they've probably got the widest variety of venues, some modern, some very historic, in the whole of Portsmouth. And they also can offer accommodation. Now, most of the times when they offer accommodation, that is between the June and September months when the students are not here, but they can also do the conference hire side of things all the year round, especially at weekends when they have lots of capacity. And they will work closely together. So the university and the Guildhall will work really closely together to ensure that between them, they can cater for large scale events and even smaller ones, whatever you need, really. Now, what Portsmouth is brilliant at is a really wide range of unique and historic venues, some of which you can see on the screen now. So in the middle there, we have the iconic Spinnaker Tower. This is an amazing venue. You can see there's the 3 viewing areas at the top of the tower there. So the bottom one is a great one for meetings, for corporate events, to kick off an event with a champagne reception. And you can have up to 200 guests up there. And they also have catering on the lower floors. You can see for 23 miles during the daytime, really amazing views right across the Solent and the Isle of Wight and north over the South Downs. And Portsmouth's a really busy harbour, so there's always something happening. There's always some ship to see, a warship, a cruise ship, a yacht. And in the evening, it's truly magical to have an event up there with all the lights twinkling across the city. It's set within Gunwharf Quays, which I'll talk about a bit about more later, but that's our kind of shopping, leisure, designer outlet destination right on the waterfront. Really superb venue. Portsmouth Historic Dockyard is another great place where you can actually have your smaller kind of events, corporate events, launches aboard a historic ship. So on the left there, you can see HMS Warrior, which is one of the ships. So HMS Warrior can take up to 240 delegates, and they also have purpose-built modern conference facilities within the historic dockyard, which can take up to around 275. And not only have you got HMS Warrior, which was a Victorian warship, you've got HMS Victory, which was Nelson's flagship. So that's perfect for a really upmarket event where you want to really wow your delegates. And you also have the Mary Rose. That was Henry VIII's favourite warship. It was raised from the seabed, so it's the wreck of the Mary Rose within a museum with all the artefacts. You can hire the whole museum for your evening event and have dinner alongside. the ship. At one tower, of course, is not enough for Portsmouth. We've got another 2 towers in the old part of the city. We've got the Round Tower and the Square Tower, both historic, smaller venues, and they are great for right on the waterfront again. Really old, great atmosphere within those. They're for a smaller grouping, but for those unique offerings, this is what Portsmouth's really good at. On the right there, you can see Southsea Castle. So this again is a venue right on the waterfront, as many of Portsmouth's are. It was Henry VIII's castle, and reportedly from where he watched the Mary Rose sink. Now you can hire that whole venue, the whole castle, for an evening event or a day event in the winter months when it's not open to the public. It takes 500 if you hire the whole venue. That includes the castle keep, the views from the ramparts, and the on-site marquee. For a seated dinner, you can seat 120 in the marquee or 200 for a buffet-style standing occasion. We also have historic forts. On the hill behind Portsmouth, you've got Fort Pembroke and Fort Widley, which are both available to hire, and Fort Nelson, which is a little further north of the city. And Fort Nelson, you can even there, it's home of the big guns as it sells itself. It's part of the Royal Armouries, and you can even get a gun salute for your event there. You can really set off your business event with a bang. Talk a little bit about the hotels in the city. So this one you can see here is the Queen's Hotel. That's right on the corner of Southsea Common, which is a large open green space in the south of the city. So the Queen's Hotel caters for a whole range of events throughout the year, and it has really good accommodation. It's an independent hotel. Very close to that as well, we've got the Holiday Inn in Southsea, and there's another Holiday Inn Express, which is down at the Gunwharf Quays area. We've got lots of boutique hotels in the city as well. Really good quality, high-end, but smaller venues. And we've got a lot of the chain hotels. So to the north of the city, we've got a really good Marriott and a Village Hotel. And we've got 4 Premier Inns, 2 travel lodges, a real whole range. Or most of those will also have meeting spaces that you can hire for smaller events. But some of them, like the Queen's Hotel, have the bigger spaces. It's just a matter of, if you look on the website, we've got all the details of what you can make the most of at each of the venues. Now, added value activities. I've talked a little bit about some of our venues, which are also obviously visitor attractions during the day. This is a picture here, shows some people enjoying drinks down at Gunwharf Quays. You can see they've got great views over the harbour there. Gunwharf is great to add as a shopping experience to any event because you've got designer outlet shopping right on site. Alongside, there's also a contemporary art gallery there and a whole range, around 30 bars and restaurants where your delegates can enjoy themselves and have a really good evening right by the water. It's a short walk from there through to Old Portsmouth as well. Down Old Portsmouth, you've got the Hot Walls galleries. So these are a number of kind of arches in the old defences that have been converted into artist studios. And what you can arrange with some of those artists is to have like a bespoke session for delegates. So they might want to have a session learning portrait painting or weaving or a number of art skills. And also the Fort Pembroke that I mentioned on top of the hill earlier, they also have a wide range of activities. So there you can, especially for team building, it's really good. So you could do horse riding, bushcraft skills, rifle shooting. They've got a climbing wall, they do laser tag, archery, a whole range of things. So basically, anything you might want to do in Portsmouth, we can find something that will fit the bill. As I mentioned right at the beginning, we're an island city, so we're literally surrounded by water, and there's lots of water sports activities as well. So whether it's a leisurely boat trip around the harbour or actually learning to sail, which delegates can do for as little as a day course, or trying out wakeboarding for those that want something a little more exhilarating. You can also put abseiling down the side of the Spinnaker Tower. So from the really leisurely, easy to enjoy activities to those that really get the blood pumping, we've got a whole range in the city. That kind of covers most of the things. I mean, there's probably much more than I've told you there. And I'm more than happy to speak to people if you want to get in touch with me directly, and I can certainly point you in the right direction for any of those venues I've mentioned. My details are on the screen there, and it'd be great for you to get in touch, and I'm more than happy to help.